All right, folks, I got 2,100 bricks. So we was able to load these. I bought these at auction. We was able to load them. They was in cubes, and there's a little over 4 cubes here. And I was able to load them using a strap and pulled them up on the rollback, but I couldn't gun load them, so we actually had to restack them onto these pallets as I, got them here. So I just brought 2 loads in on the rollback because there wasn't room to winch more than 2 cubes on without the cable hitting the other cubes and causing problems. So we got everything. We even got the broken ones. We can use them for half bricks. But there's about 2,100 good bricks here, and give $100 for all of them. So we're not hurting there. And we're going to use these to do the foundation for at least the one for the Erie engine. And I got to do a little wall. I'm adding on to an existing building that we've got, and we're going to set it up for these small steam engines. And I've got it's a 1913 printing press, and Chandler and Price. I'm going to set it up to run off one of the engines, and so we've got a little brick wall and some steps and stuff to make. So anyway, a bunch of videos coming up. Already working on taking some trees down and clearing some stuff, and trying to get as much stuff under shelter as we can. This is going to let us put the Erie engine, the Hamilton engine, and then a bunch of the small engines in and under shed. All right, fixing to do something sketchy, so I figured it's probably about time to turn the camera on. I hadn't been filming anything. So I talked about doing a second story in that building there, but I have decided that we're going to do some changing. We're going to set up the Hamilton cordless and the Erie engine under that building, and I'm going to build off of it what's looking like 21 feet out and 23 feet wide behind the building. So what I've done, the same thing I was going to do on the inside, except I'm doing it on the outside. I took my truck frame, 23 foot long, and actually cut the cross members in the center, and used mobile home I-beam. Now this is mobile home I-beam, the 4 in the center. I'm sorry, 4 in the center. The 2 outside ones is actually a lot heavier, and they're taller. They're actually modular home I-beams, which, I guess there's a difference. That's made to haul a heavy house and take it off. These are made to stay under forever, so these are a lot heavier. But some of them are, you can see, got a little bit of a warp, but it's not an issue. Don't matter. So these are our end ones, and everything's bolted in. Thank goodness for a mag drill. There's another tape measure. You can't pull a 25-foot tape measure out 23 feet. It don't want to go back in. I'm so disgusted with tape measures right now. So okay, bolting everything together. Like I said, I used the mag drill. There's 2 3/4 bolts in each, and then they're sitting on top of the cross member lip. And then this is actually already drilled and for up top. So there's 3 holes here, and I got 4 on the other end. And it really don't matter because it sits on this ledge. Now it's hard to tell from here, but that ledge is 3/4 thick. That upright is 1/2 inch thick. This stuff is just crazy heavy. And so this truck frame is going to sit directly on top of that and run all the way across and sit on top of the other side and bolt on. Okay, our problem is we've got to get it up there. So here's what we got. We got the forklift inside, got 1 rail off. So we got 5 on it instead of 6. So we'll put that one back on later. Now I had to put the forklift in first and then do this. I could have just done it and then picked it up with the wrecker on that end, but what the plans are, I need to use the crane where it's at. I hate to bring the crane all the way up here because it's a bear to drive and then have to just take it right back down there. So I decided I'd just use the forklift on this side, and then I'm going to use the wrecker on the back side. Once I get it up and bolted on that end, then I'll just take some beams or wooden and put back here, and I'm going to end up using 2 poles back here, round poles. I've got 8 inch and I got 4 inch. I don't know what I'll end up using, but whatever it is, they'll get concreted in. But I figured it's temporary once we get it bolted up, I can use wood. Just take chainsaw and cut a couple beams, whatever length I need. Hold it up with the wrecker until time, you know, it don't leak down, so it'll hold it up as long as I need it to hold it up. And like I said, we're all bolted in, except like I said, this center one, and getting ready to see what we can do. So I figured this sketchy part, I better film it, that way, you know, if it falls and crushes everything, maybe it'll go viral. So all right, we're going to see what happens here. Okay folks, we're doing pretty good. Just trying to fight this end in. Don't really want to go because of the angle that we're at. And if I let off too much on this side, then I don't want this corner coming down. So I think I'm going to try to slide it over and get the bolts on the other side before I go too far. Or at least one bolt. And then we'll be able to go from there. We only got to go in 10, 12 inches. That's it. But you know, when you're doing something this stupid, you definitely got to take your time. And I mean, you don't want to die fast, right? So, or maybe you do want to die fast. Heck, I don't want to die slow. Well, anyway, so that's the plan here, is to just keep playing at it. I'll see if I can get a bolt in that side over there and get something over here. And we'll see what happens. Hopefully it don't fall or nothing major, you know, happens. It's kind of hard to do something like this by yourself, but you know, it is what it is. If you're gonna get it done, you're gonna get it done. You know, don't. It ain't gonna get done if I don't get out here and do it, because ain't nobody gonna do it for me.
You've got it under control. I do.
Alright folks, taking me a little snack break here. We do have it up. Gotta get the bolts in it. That's what I'm working on now. And once them are in it, then I'm going to raise it on up and get out from under it. And we'll be ready to start doing some pole work and getting this thing secured and run some I might have to saw some wood for it, run the cross pieces, and then I've got 10 to put on the top. So I got 21 foot 10, and this is basically 21 foot or a little over, or just a little bit under 21 foot, so it should actually work out just about right. All right, folks, here we are. We've got it just temporarily set on these wooden posts. I just sawed them real quick. Well, I didn't even saw them. I mean, I cut them with a chainsaw. I already had them sawed. Just to hold it up. We've just got to get our other I-beam in. Wish I could maybe take a pressure washer and clean them off and paint them, but I don't know what we're going to do. Might just leave it. Now, I'm going to choose between, I got 8-inch round posts and I've got 4-inch round posts. Now, the 4s I've got would hold it, but I may come off this thing again because it's over 8 foot tall. It's, well, actually about 9 foot. And I could come down, I could come out another, 10 foot, 12 foot or something with another overhang off the front of this, and it'd be plenty strong enough. I just need to make sure I put decent poles in. So I may use the big poles. We'll see. But like I said, that's just temporary. Still got the wrecker up there. And we're going to make sure this thing's square also before we do our poles, because it would be easy to move this post back and forth this way, depending on which way we need it. And I got to get my other one in. That I took out for the forklift, but we're moving along with it. All right, got this other one up there, mobile home frame, but I have not drilled it and bolted it yet. I got the mag drill, makes it easy. So there you go, that's what it is and that's how it is. But we got enough pitch on it now. I mean, I can change that some too. It's not gonna hurt it to raise it up and down a little bit, but the pitch on it is plenty to run the water off, but I wanted it high enough that I can go off the end of this and extend it even farther if I want to. So, all right, we'll call that a video. And don't do stupid stuff like this. If you ain't confident with what you're doing, don't do it. I'm pretty confident with what I'm doing. I've done this stuff for years and do it on my own, and I haven't got killed yet. And I'm not going to say that it's not coming, but and I know everybody's going to say, well, you shouldn't walk under this thing when it's, hanging. But, it's just like setting a mobile home up. I've done quite a few of them over the years, and you're not going to get the blocks under it and jack it up if you're not under it. So, I mean, sometimes you don't have a choice. You got to get the job done. And I was confident in the wrecker. It's not going to let it drop. The way that the forklift was hooked up, it wasn't going to drop that way. So, if it had done anything, it would have teeter-tottered over. That's why I had the wrecker back here instead of the other forklift, so I could get the cables down and pick up a little long ways, a little ways apart anyway. All right, it'll do. Nothing great, but we ain't got any money in it. Even the bolts was bolts I had in the hardware store. So just time and work, and that's about it. All these mobile home frames, you can find them. People will give them to you. Just take a Sawzall, go cut them up in 20-foot sections and bring them home. That's the best thing to do, and then work with them however you need to. All right, appreciate everybody watching, and till next time, bye.